ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना स्तुतयो गृह्णन्ति। तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुधाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः। रामकृष्णगतप्राणां नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणी। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराड् तेने ब्रह्मकृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं ऋतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जयति जगति माया यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलैः ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमदितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां। यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। ईश्वरः is equal to idagum sarvam, and that Ishvara happened to be you yourself. This revelation of Vedanta has shaped the entire Indian culture. One who doesn't have devotion to the Lord is really an unfortunate one in this culture. Ishvara happened to be everything, whatever you come across, all that is here is nothing but divine. Vedanta wants every one of us to discover this truth first. All that is here is nothing but divine. Ignorance of this truth will lead to isolation. Everyone will be around us, but we will feel heart of our heart that I am alone. So this isolation from the creation and the creator will be there. Having none to come to my rescue, come to my friendship, come to my life. Naturally, in comparison with the totality, I am physically, emotionally and intellectually very, very insignificant person. I am very, very insignificant person. So therefore, this insecurity will be the result of this isolation. So ignorance of the truth results with isolation. Isolation will bring insecurity in my mind. Then insecurity will lead to fear, anxiety, and all types of emotional problems. The entire human life will be one versus totality. It is a very pathetic condition. Therefore, only here Vidura Swami says, Sa Shraddhadanasya Vivardhamana Virakti Manyatra Karoti Pumsaha Harehe Padanusmriti Nirvritasya Samasta Dukkatyayama Shudhatte Tan Shotya Shotyan Avidonushoche Harehe Kathayam Vimukhanaghen Shinoti Devo Animishastu Yesham Ayurvritha Vadagati Smritinam. He says, Yaha Pumsaha Harehe Pada Anusmriti Nirvritaha Samasta Dukkastyayam Ashuhu Datte. One who doesn't have the Harismarana, all problems will come to him. Why he doesn't have Harismaranam? He is devoid of Shraddha about the Veda Pramanam. Because they don't understand what is the meaning of the relationship between the source and the effect. It is like a child which feels very much insecure, fearful, anxious, because it considers I don't have anyone to care me. Why the child doesn't have anyone to care? Mother must be there. Mother is there. But the child doesn't consider that particular mother has his own mother. Now the child accepts the mother's statement that I am your mother. So and so is your father. What will be the condition of that child? There are some unfortunate children who don't have mother and father to introduce themselves to the child. From the birth onwards, some children are orphaned, either rejected by the mother or because of the death of the mother. But there are many children who find themselves orphaned in spite of the presence of the mother and father. Why? Because they don't understand what is the meaning of this relationship. The relationship between the source and the effect. The child is the effect. Mother and father are the source. Similarly, here also, Ishvara is the source. That is revealed by Ishvara only. Ishvara alone can reveal this also. The source alone can reveal to the effect that I am the source for you. If the effect doesn't have Shraddha in the words of the source, naturally what will be the consequence? This isolation, this insecurity, fear, anxiety. So here Vidura Swami says, Samasta Dukkastyayam Ashuhu Datte. All problems will come to him. Because he has allowed the entire world to work upon him, to stand in front of him. Because he has rejected the Shruti Mata. Therefore, they become the object of our sympathy. Tan Shochya Shochan. Very wonderful frame of words. Tan Shochya Shochan. There are some people happy. They have sympathy with people who have sorrow. They are called Tan Ananda Shochan. One who is happy sympathize with another unhappy person as unfortunate one is called Ananda Shocha. Here Vidura Swami says these fellows who reject the Lord in their life, Tan Shocha Shocha, they are very, very unfortunate. Even the sorrowful people also will have sympathy over him. You have to imagine a rich man having sympathy over a beggar is something. Very beggar himself has sympathy over another beggar. How much beggarliness it will be there? Understood? Shoka square. Tan shoche shocha. Anushoche aham. I am very much sympathizing with these people who reject the Lord. Harehe kathayam vimukhana ghene. Aghena vimukhan. Due to their evil samskaras, due to their ahankara, which happen to be the grandest crime, they reject, in spite of all evidences. They ask, where is Bhagavan? Even to ask, you need Bhagavan with you. At least from the body standpoint, you need Bhagavan with you. Other than body standpoint, the question is asked by Bhagavan himself, where is Bhagavan? All right, you are idiot, no problem. You consider yourself physical entity, that also no problem, because it is common disease for all. But to ask, where is Bhagavan? You must be associated with that Bhagavan. This is the answer given by Prahlada Swami to Hiranyakashipu. When Hiranyakashipu asked, where is your Narayana? Enappa indha mari kekringa? How can you ask this? Even to ask this, you need the association, relationship with the Narayana. Pokhevanya atka pranyat yedesha akasho anando nasyad. If Bhagavan is not associated with you in the form of prana shakti, where is the question of the questioning itself? So therefore, tan shoche shochan aghena harehe kathayam vimukhena. Who taught Hiranyakashipu to hate Bhagavan? Please tell. What is the cause of Hiranyakashipu's hatred? Nobody has taught. What is the cause? That is the samskara they have been awarded by the Sanakadi Rishis. We will come across that story. Sanakadi Rishis gave a shapa and Shamba Vimochanam also. What is the shapa? Get separated from the Lord. Since you fellows consider yourself as physical entities, different from the Lord, you consider us also different from the Lord, yourself also different from the Lord, get away. That was the shapa. Then how to come back? Consider the Lord as our own and everybody's own. Then they told there are two margas. Love and come back, or hate and come back. Love is national highway. Hatred is shortcut. What do you want? They have chosen shortcut because they cannot bear the separation, imaginary separation. When these things were going on, dialogue was going on, they are not separated because Bhagavan is there only. In front of the Bhagavan, they are standing. So that time Rishis saw Bhagavan's face. Bhagavan also told, tell them what is the marga to come back. So they have given choice. Chosen by whom? Chosen by whom? By themselves, Jaya and Vijaya. What they have chosen? Hatred as the means to come back. That hatred is the source for Hiranyakashipu to hate the Lord. So, that samskara is called agham. Agham means papa. Papa samskara. Now you understand. So, if anybody we see who denies the Lord, we should not try to prove the existence of Lord. We should first sympathize with him and give the freedom to hold his views as the actual views. That's what in our Sanatana Dharma. Charuvakas, Nastikas are there, na? Materialist fellows. So they are given a place as a philosopher in our Sanatana Dharma. No culture can give this. In any other culture, if you deny the Lord openly, You are either crucified or stoned to death. Any culture. But in our culture, because of the sympathy, what to do? Because of the disease, he is blabbering like a mental patient. You won't take all the words told by that mental patient seriously, because you know that he is not with santulan, he is not with mental balance. So therefore, tan soche shota, aham anushoche. I also sympathize with them. Aghene harehi kathayam vimukan tan. They have turned their individuality, their mind, their senses from the Lord. So therefore, on behalf of them, I ask this question. Why Vidura Swami is asking this question on behalf of them? So that the story can start from the beginning. He is in the condition of mumukshu or jignasu condition. He doesn't have any problem with the existence of the Lord. He has only problem with the nature of the existence of the Lord in his own understanding. He has reached almost 99% of his spiritual journey, and only 1% balance is what he has to be told Tattvamasi. He knew that Tasya Tvamasi. Tasmat Tvamasi, he knows. From Lord you have come, first teaching. First level of teaching is what? Lord is the source, you are the product. That's what he had told me. Ishvaraha idagam sarvam. Lord is the source, idagam sarvam is product. And if you analyze what is the meaning of source and product, that is very funny thing, you know. What do you mean by product? Please tell. Pot is the product, clay is the material source. You say clay has become pot. The source has become product. What do you mean by that? Please tell. Not an iota of change happened in the source. Not an iota of change. You might have added something, you might have detected something, but as far as that real nature is concerned, clayness is concerned, as far as the source material is concerned, what change you have brought in? Nama and Rupa and Karma. Form, name for that form, and utility of that form. Nama, Rupa, Karma. When clay becomes pot, what is added? What is added? 3 names are added. Nama, Rupa, Karma. 3 names are added. Very funny things. If you more and more probe into the meaning of the Srishti, Abhivyakti is called Srishti according to scripture. What is there is available for perception at one particular time, that is called Srishti. Bringing out from non-perception to the perception is called Srishti. You don't add anything with regard to its existence, nor you can add anything with regard to its nature, nor you can subtract anything from the nature. That is why Shastra can happily say, Mrittika ityeva satyam. Whatever is manifested or unmanifested, named or unnamed, known or unknown, same satyam exists. Understand? Same satyam. Then whatever is added is classified as nama, rupa and karma. What they are? Vacharambanam Upanishad. You added few words, my dear, from your imaginary vocabulary. That becomes another name, another product. You cannot bring out anything from the Shunyam, nor you can bring anything from the already existing anything. Out of Shunyam, nothing can come. Out of existence, nothing need to come, because it is already existing. Then what comes, what goes? Abhivyakti comes. Name and form comes. That name and form makes us to recognize its presence. We generally scratch the matchbox. Immediately, what is the effect? Fire. We say fire has come. What is the meaning of this arrival of fire? Fire doesn't come. Already there, fire. Everywhere fire is there. You do the same action where there is no atmosphere at all. Go above the earth atmosphere. No oxygen. Atmosphere means what? No oxygen. You scratch. Initially you scratch the matchbox, afterwards you scratch your head. Yen pattamattandi. So where it is there already, there only you can bring out with fire. Correct? So what is Srishti? What is the Srishti of Agni? For ordinary mind, so far there is no fire. Now fire has come. The action of scratching is the cause of fires. What an idiotic perception it is. Are already there? Then only you can bring out. Then why should I bring out if it is already there? It is not perceptible for you, therefore you want to bring out. Once it becomes perceptible only, you can use it. The utility is for only one who wants that utility, correct? Therefore, Bhagavan has given this Ritam, natural laws. These are all what? Natural laws. What is the first law? What exists? That only can be available for your perception, utility and transaction. So, neither you can create new thing, nor you can change the nature of the already existing thing. You add certain thing, certainly, that is Vacharambanam, name, new name. Before the arrival of that visible fire, the fire was called Tanmatra, Agni Tanmatra. So therefore, a person, when he probes into it, he will come to a conclusion that what do you call as Srishti is addition of one more name for anything. For anything in the creation. You call this table. This table is the additional name for what? Wood only. Not only Bhagavan has Sahasranama. Every object in the creation has Sahasranama. That is a dictionary vocabulary. You got the point? So wood can be called a table, chair, stick, even weapon. Anything you call made up of wood. Similarly, clay. Sahasranama is there for clay. For modern children, this clay example will not appeal. Plastic, you tell. Plastic. Where from plastic came? Please tell. It was an accidental discovery and it is now grieving lot of accidents. It is a cause of lot of ecological accidents. Plastic. Rakshasa, you cannot handle that. They were wondering how to handle this because Bhuta has come, Rakshasa has come, but you have to handle, na? They are not able to handle this plastic Rakshasa. It is very convenient. Use and throw. Where to throw? Please tell. Where to throw? You throw it inside the mud, it lies there hundreds of years. You throw inside the ocean, there also it lies hundreds of years. You throw into the fire, there also it becomes another product. So therefore, Srishti is nothing but Abhivekti Karanam. Vekti Karanam means manifestation. Abhivekti Karanam means intimate manifestation. You got the point? So Satkaryavada it is called. You can bring out anything in the creation only from already existing thing. Science says matter cannot be destroyed nor it can be produced. Adha naanga sonnom. But when we tell same thing in Bhagavatam, you call us Pauranikas, Jadadharis. When they tell the same thing with test tubes and with a lot of hairstyle, you call them as scientists. When we tell with jada or shaven head, you call us mundi or jadadhari. But the knowledge which is told by the modern people, so-called modern, is already there in our Bhagavatam. If you date back again, it is there in the Veda. What it says? Arey, what exists? That only has come. What exists if you ask? I will tell Bhagavan exists. I will tell Bhagavan alone exists. If you say Bhagavan did not exist, asanneva sabhavati asad brahmedi veda chet asti brahmedi chet veda. If you say he doesn't exist, that means what? You try to say I don't exist. Is it a fact? Even to say I don't exist, you should exist. Therefore, anybody who denies the Lord's existence are shochya shocha. Now you understand how much filtered idiots they are. But they consider as Paguttarivu intellectual giants. They are devoid of superstition. They claim we are rational people. But they will question only the God told in a particular religion. If you question the existence of God, you should question the existence of gods described in all religions. No. In India, it is very peculiar. At least in the West, they have some intellectual honesty. They will question the existence of God in all religions. But in India, only gods told in the Hindu religion is questioned. And they are called rational people, Paguttarivu. But what about other gods told in the other religion? No. If I open my mouth, they will cut off my head. How can I open the mouth? Arey, what intellectual honesty it is? Therefore, shochya shocha. It's a beautiful statement. Whenever we doubt the existence of God, we become shochya shocha. Understand? As long as our desires are fulfilled, what the so-called Bhakta says, Alla Bhagavad Kripai, all are Bhagavan blessing. When nice punches are coming one after another, கடவுள் இருக்கிறாரா தேவர் உன்னாரா कहाँ है ईश्वर ईश्वर कुताय आछे many language you can tell ईश्वर कुताय आछे बंगाली कहाँ है ईश्वर हिंदी దేవుడు ఉన్నారా తెలుగు where is God means what even to ask God must be there in your very question itself my Acharya Swami used to say there was a Nastika. He has written notice board and kept outside the house to declare that I am Nastika. So he has written, God is nowhere. That is the board. His child, while playing, he observed that why father has left little gap between the letters. Let me make it even. Appa tappa ezhirukkaru. So it has written below that line, God, God is now here. Nastika says nowhere. Astika says now here. Same Hiranyakashipu Prahlada Swami only. Nowhere. Where is Bhagavan? I have searched. He has disappeared. Being afraid of me. Hiranyakashipu told. No, daddy. He is here only. Where? Here. Here means where? Anywhere you point out. Is he available in this pillar? Certainly. When the child told certainly, immediately Bhagavan got into trouble. He is asking from one standpoint. He is asking from Abhivakti Karana standpoint, perception standpoint. Prahlada Swami was answering from the existence standpoint. How to manage this fellow's dialogue? Satyam vidadum nijabhritya bhashitam. Beautiful statement it is. Prahlada Swami nijabhrityaha to make his words as satyam. Nijavritta bhashitam. Whatever he has spoken has to be attested as the truthful one. So therefore, Maya Rupena Abhivyakti Karan. With all appearance. So therefore, Shastra says, my dear, you have to understand it. You don't need to believe. You have to understand this is the only possible truth about the existence of the God, about the existence of the creation which you find that it exists. You take the creation itself. How it exists, you ask. That's what asked by scientists. How it exists. Earlier periods, the scientists told it exists as minerals. Then they came to know atom. Then they told the creation exists as subatomic particle. Like that they are going on. Now they are telling we are in doubt whether it exists or it exists because we see. They have come to that level. Srishti Drishti Vada, they have come. What is the meaning of Srishti Drishti Vada? The Srishti is there because of my Drishti, or my Drishti is there because of Srishti. Because it exists, I see, or because I see that exists. Both are possible. Your dream world, dream Srishti is what? Drishti Srishti. Jagrat world you consider Srishti Drishti. Both possibilities are there. So how it exists? Even if you say, because it is there, I see, if you say, how it exists? No, I don't know. Then how can you say that it exists? Vedanta says it exists as Bhagavan. So therefore, you can never falsify this Vedantic revelation. It exists as you. When Shastra says it exists as Bhagavan, that itself is too much for this fellow. Then second statement is what? That Bhagavan is you, therefore it exists as you. So he has to scratch his head. So there is no possibility of falsifying this Vedantic revelation. You can never imagine a creator sitting somewhere else and creating this creation. In basics of Vedanta class, I told one dialogue between father and son. Father, who created this world? The child asked. Father, being a Christian, God in heaven has created the world. Acha. Where was God before creation? Child asked. Didn't I tell you God in heaven? That means what? God was in heaven. Then he created the world. Acha. So father felt, Appa, I could shut up this fellow's mouth. Then within few minutes the child came back. Father, who created heaven? Now father tries to avoid this question. I have office time. No. Please tell and go. Office. Who created heaven? God only created heaven. Where was that God before the creation of heaven? What is the answer? No answer. You answer only at two levels. Third level question, there is no answer. Who created heaven? Then you have to find out another name, space or something. Then again same question, who created that space? So somewhere else you have to give location. If God is sitting or lying down or walking and running and creating this creation. Bhagavan running and creating the creation. Imagine. Or Bhagavan sitting and creating the creation. Imagine. Bhagavan walking and creating the creation. Imagine. Bhagavan lying down and creating the creation. Imagine. All these activities require a space. So who created that space? Therefore, you can never imagine an existence of a God as a separate entity from the creation. And you can never imagine creation as an inert material devoid of consciousness. Chetanatvam vina jagat nasti. That is the revelation. Scientists say everything is achetanam, inert material. Now the question is, how they have formed this condition? Please tell. Then they started one story, Big Bang story, string story. I call it story, they call it theory. What Bhagavatam calls as theory, they call it story. The actual fight between only thinking people, thinking and sincere people. The scientists also thinking, whether they are sincere or not, at least they are thinking. Sadhus, thinking plus sincere. So, for the thing which they consider as truth, they will give up their life. That is the sincerity. But scientists, you cannot expect. So, neither you can imagine a Srishti without Chetanam, nor you can imagine a Chetanam without Srishti. God in heaven created the world. Means what? God exists already. Srishti has not come. Existence of Chetanam without Srishti is prescribed by Semitic religion. Existence of Srishti without Chetanam is prescribed by modern science. But Vedanta says it's all illogical. When I ask question, you cannot answer at the third level question. So, neither you can separate the creator from the creation, nor you can separate the creation from the creator. There is only one possibility. All the while, only one thing should exist. You call it as creator or you call it as creation. Correct? That's why Vedanta says what you call as creation is creator. Vishwam, Vishnuhu. Adadana solren. Acharya Swami used to tell, Adadane solren. That only I tell. What you call as Vishwam is nothing but Vishnu. What you call as Vishnu is nothing but Vishwam. So therefore, you can never falsify this Vedantic revelation. So neither you can separate the creator and creation, nor you can prove that creation doesn't have Chetanatvam or Chetanatvam doesn't have creation. You can never know the creator different from the creation, nor you can deny the existence of creator, nor you can prove this creation is an accidental product. So therefore, you can never falsify this Vedantic revelation. Therefore, being a devotee is the most sane thing for a human being. How to become a devotee? How to become a devotee? Simple. How you became devotee of anything in the creation? Please tell. You are devotee of so many things in the creation. You are devotee of ice cream. Children are generally devotees of ice cream. Many children. So much love. Devotion means what? Love. So much love. They won't bother about even their health. That much of love. So we love many things in the creation. How you love? Who taught you that love? Advertisement, stories, and experience. Correct? Stage by stage. Same thing only Vidura Bhagavan says. Please tell Hari Katha. Suppose imagine a child. Whenever a child sees an advertisement of ice cream, it closes the eyes and closes the ears. Can it develop love for ice cream? Similarly, if you close your eyes and close your ears, whenever Lord is spoken or shown to you, how you will become a devotee? How can you be a lover of that Lord? Understood? Now, can you find the utility of Shastram in our life? If Shastram is not there as an advertisement of the Ishvara, all other advertisements will be there in our life. That's what happening with many children. Majority of humanity is overpowered or bombarded with advertisements of other things. But Shastra says, Array, you cannot avoid those advertisements. But why you avoid consciously this advertisement? You allow other advertisements also to enter your life. Similarly, allow the Shastra also in your life. Tadasya kausharava sharmadatuhu harehe katham yeva kathasu saram udrutya pushpebhyaha ivarta bandho shivayanaha kirtaya tirtha kirtihi. Harehe katham yeva kathasu saram. Katha of all kathas. Harehe katha. He Kausharava. Kausharava means Maitreya Rishi. Asya harehe kathameva kathasu saram udrutya pushpebhyaha iva artha bandho shivaya naha kirtaya tirtha kirti. So many kathas are there and no time, much time for me. Already I am old. So what you do? Like a farmer brings out the scent from the flowers. Shraddhahinaha harehe kathayam vimukaha shochya shochaha tan anushochaya. This is the problem. What is the solution? Shraddhavantaha in advertisement of the scriptures and harehe kathayam kirtanam. So therefore Maitreya Rishi is going to tell Harikatha from the Srishti. Because people like kathas. You tell something which is actual, they don't like. You tell something with added masalas, they like. Similarly, here the Vedanta, hereafter only the actual Vedanta, in this chapter only, Kapila Upadesham is going to come. In the third chapter only, as a Maitreya Vidura Samvada, Kapila Upadesham is going to come. It is nothing but Upanishad. So I have given nearly 3 classes as an introduction and the essence of all these teachings which are going to come in Maitreya Vidura Samvada. What is the essence? Tattvamasi is the essence. To understand this Tattvamasi, first you should understand Tasmat Tvamasi. Second level is Tasya Tvamasi. Third alone, Tattvamasi. And for all these things, you should understand what is the meaning of Tat Ishvara. So that means Ishvara. So that Ishvara should be understood. How from that Ishvara this creation has manifested, not created, never created, manifested. How the Ishvara himself has manifested as Jagat. How the Ishvara has taken as living being form in the Jagat. That Srishtva, the Devaha Anupravita. Srishti also is manifestation. In that manifestation of life also is his manifestation. And manifestation of law and order also is manifestation, natural law. And value system also is manifestation, dharma. So, entire creation, bhoktru bhogya prapanchaha, murta amurta prapanchaha, dharmaha, vidya, bandhanam, mokshanam, ajnanam, all are nothing but the manifestation of the Lord. Therefore, only in our culture, anything you touch, it is divine. Pancha bhutas are divine, Pancha bhautika, Shariram is divine, Kala Tattvam is divine, all beings are divine, all pursuits are divine, all the powers, Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti are divine. All the Vidya is divine. Everything is divine. All that is here is divine. This understanding and this knowledge will make the person's life enriched one, that I am submerged in divinity. I am not alone. Absence of this knowledge will give idea of isolation. So naturally fear and anxiety. Anyone who wants to get rid of this fear and anxiety, only one way. What is that? Ishvara Katha Shravanam. More and more Shravanam we will do in the next class. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokarnavam Shochanam Nruna Yaduttama Shloka Yashonugiyate Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda.
संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डुक्कृन्करणे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते संकोप्यसि मय्यसहिष्णुः सर्वस्मिन् अपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृज भेदज्ञानं भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते गुरुचरणाम्बुजनिर्भरभक्तः संसारात् अचिरात् भव